Hello YouTube, this is Travis Dunn with MDL, and this is my vlog for May 17th, 2015. This week has been kind of interesting. Obviously I did the first shoot of my vlog using my phone. I will openly admit that the front-facing camera, as everybody likes to call it, doesn't shoot real well. I really wish I could get the my S5 to root so that I could put the HX camera mod on it. However, because I had upgraded directly to Android 5.0 or 5.1, currently there's no jailbreaks available for the AT&T phone. So why this particular phone is a little difficult to jailbreak, I don't know. I'm obviously keeping an eye out for when somebody finally figures out how to jailbreak this phone. So figured out a way to use the front, I guess it'd be the rear facing. I was confused about that. Is it rear facing? Oh, just say the main camera that you would normally shoot with, so I can see the screen from the backside on my computer. It's not perfect, but at least I got an idea of where the camera is aimed at, and I can judge the shot, or at least as far as my videos are concerned. So if you didn't happen to watch my video last week, you'll know that I picked up a few things for for video shooting. One is this little doohickey, and my camera mounts here, and it's designed to help me steady up my shots. Now, it's not perfect. I'm still kind of learning how to use it. So I did some video shooting with it the other day. Can't say I'm overly impressed with it, but I think I'll be more impressed once I get a handle of actually how to use it and whatnot. And I finally picked myself up a proper camera bag for my DSLR, and so it actually has a pocket that you can see, so the lens actually fits down in it, and then it's got pockets on each side so I can put my smaller lens. Now, unfortunately, the way this is set up, it means I have to always put the big lens on it before I stick it in the bag, but I kind of feel a little more comfortable having that in the bag. So that certainly will help out, protecting my equipment. I'm again still shooting with the lapel mic and my Olympus, and this has been working out really well. I think the audio was much better, much clearer, more consistent in my last video, so I'm going to continue to use that. I did find out, however, that I have an Asus, in however you want to pronounce it, but I pronounce it Asus, an Asus N56DP notebook. It's got an AMD A10 processor and a dedicated HD 7730M video card, and it allows me to use them in crossfire basically. But for whatever reason, it will not play the 4K videos from my phone. I've tried several different programs, VLC, DivX, Windows Media Player. For whatever reason, it stutters. So and the weird part is it plays fine on my desktop, it plays fine on my cell phone. So sadly, I won't be doing any 4K editing on my laptop. So kind of sucks, but considering it's a quad-core notebook, it's really strange why it won't let me do anything really with it. So gonna have to stick to 4K editing on my desktop rig. Speaking of my desktop rig, I as part of the rewiring, I had put a splitter for 2 of the fans, because not all my fan headers control direct speed of my fans, and I needed one more spot to have the fans so they'll be running on low speed to cut down on the noise. Unfortunately, the cable I got from Micro Center didn't work, or should I say worked one side but not the other. Why in the world one side worked and the other didn't, I haven't a clue. But needless to say, when I went to return it, the guy at the store even said, he's like, every one of these comes back. So I didn't bother to get another one. And strangely enough, I when I went to Micro Center, I didn't buy anything this time around. Probably a good thing. If you haven't watched my PC upgrade video, I added 16 gigs of RAM. So I'm now up to 16 gigs. The 8 gigs went into my son's machine, and I'm liking it. I won't say it's extremely faster, but there's certain things I've noticed that are a little quicker. And I can dedicate 8 total gigs of RAM just to edit videos with in Adobe Premiere. So I kind of like that. A couple other things I picked up this week. Went up to Iron Pony. And if you live in the Columbus area, I think that's... I don't think they're a retail chain. They have a few different stores I know of in Ohio, but there's one here in Columbus. So I picked me up a set of sunglasses / goggles. They have a nice padding around the rim to kind of go up against my face, and I can use it with the straps. I can use it without the straps, but I'll probably, when I'm riding, I'll probably keep the strap on it. I don't know. I'll try it out, see how I like. And so I kind of like those. Picked those up pretty cheap. And I also picked up gloves. And that's the thing about Iron Pony, is sometimes especially they like to buy up kind of like overstocks and stuff from a lot of other retailers. So if you're looking for things like an inexpensive helmet, a jacket, sometimes it's hard to find the right size. I have usually a lot of smalls or mediums. So for me, sometimes that stuff isn't in my size, but got these gloves. In fact, I bought 2 pairs. This is one of the 2. I bought them, what was it, $6 for gloves. And they've got the little touch sensor in the fingertips, in the thumbs and the faux fingers, that actually work with a cell phone. It's kind of nice. Like I said, inexpensive. I figured I'd grab a couple of pairs, as I'm notorious for losing gloves. Just to kind of help out when it's a little bit chilly on, when I'm riding home, like say from work or whatever. And like I said, that should make riding a little more enjoyable. Speaking of riding, I was hoping to ride this weekend. I knew it was a long shot. I knew the weather wasn't going to be probably the best. I really wanted to go to... every year they have Walk for the Cure or Run for the Cure. I don't remember the exact name. But, they also have what they call Thunder Alley, and basically bikes line up at the beginning of the starting area, and everybody revs their engines to cheer them on, and you see a lot of men in pink, which I don't have a problem with. But I wanted to do it last year, didn't have a bike yet. I wanted to do it this year, but I couldn't get off of work, and obviously the weather. I'm still a little nervous about riding if it's wet, and it did end up. I don't think it really rained for the beginning of the race, but it did end up raining most of the day, and it actually did a good portion of today as well. So I didn't get to ride the bike at all. I was kind of, like I said, I was kind of sad. There was some things, there's some places I wanted to go, but that's unfortunately how the cookie crumbles. I kind of had a short weekend, unfortunately, this weekend. I've got to work all next week, covering for somebody's vacation, so I'm going to be working Monday through Friday. And then coming into the holiday weekend, I'm going to be traveling to my parents' house, and we're going to go see the Clydesdales. The Budweiser horses is a lot of people know them. You've seen them in a lot of the Budweiser commercials and whatnot. And so we're going to go see them up close and probably eat lunch. It's kind of a corporate thing. My stepdad works for one of the distributions down in Chillicothe. So should be a lot of fun. Get to spend some time with the family. We're going to go down Saturday, come back on Sunday, and because we have a Memorial Day parade for the Girl Scouts on Monday, so it's gonna be a rough weekend coming up, especially with me working the whole week. So we're gonna expect some videos from that. Also expect my vlog to most likely be late, since I'm gonna be running. I really doubt I will get to do my vlog probably before Tuesday, if I get to do it at all next week. But I will try to shoot that. Now, because of my work week and because of what's coming up, there's no Superman versus Batman discussion with Doc just yet. Hoping to do that here in the next couple of weeks, but obviously, like I said, I'm going to be pretty tied up, so not going to have a chance to do that. But I do promise that discussion will be coming. We're also going to probably be doing a few other discussions coming up in the gathering week. So started getting stuff for the pool. I've got some bleach. I've got some algicide. I got some other chemicals. I've still got to get all the leaves cleaned out. I did get a kind of a leaf screen, if you will, but it's got more like a what I would call a bug net in it. So it's not just flat. It actually has like a scoop on it. So here very shortly, I'm going to be in there, and in fact, I might even, if tomorrow, if the weather is okay, I might take an hour or so and try to hit up all that stuff. Because I don't think draining the pool completely is going to be an option, short of me dismantling the pool. I just don't think it's going to happen. And my daughter is just begging me to get it up by Memorial Day. I don't think that's going to happen. It'll probably be the weekend after. But, I'm going to try. I'm sure I'll do some pictures and some videos of that coming up. So, one thing when I was at, I forgot to mention when I was at Iron Pony, I got to see the Polaris. I don't remember the exact name of the thing. I've got pictures. I will post it up in the video. But it's like a 3-wheeled car bike. a lot of states, it's the vehicle that a lot of states have kind of had difficulty deciding whether or not to register as a car, to register as a motorcycle. Technically, by DOT standards, it skirts the line between a car. It's got a steering wheel, it's got a shifter, it's a 2-seater. So it's kind of one of those things. In fact, the motor in it is actually a 2.4 liter out of it's actually a Chevy crate motor, one of the a little bit older Ecotech engines. So pretty cool. Like I said, I'll have some pictures for the video that you'll see up in one of the sides here. Let's see. We finally sat down, got finally had the discussion about what we want to do for Girl Scouts this summer. So my wife's going to be calling places up and getting all the details situated. I know some of the dates are not going to work for everybody, and we're trying to make it work for as many people as we can. But the big thing, we're looking at Long's Retreat in Southern Ohio for our camping, and just because of how things are, they're very booked, and so we may have to do like a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday type of deal. Not much we can do there. There's just not a lot of options this late in the season setting that kind of thing up. So we're just going to have to work with everybody that we can and try to make sure the girls get a chance to, if the parents are just having to drop them off or we having to take them separately, we're just going to have to do that. It's unfortunate, but we can't accommodate everybody's schedule. Probably here in a couple of videos, once we get all the dates set and all that, I'll talk about some of the things that we chose to do for the summer for the Girl Scouts. I will say it's going to be a busy summer. My TV shows. I've been watching Arrow and Flash and Agents of Shield. All really loving those shows. I've been watching Game of Thrones, but to be honest, it's been a little slow. The start of this season, I'm waiting for the excitement to kind of ramp up, and I'm sure it's coming probably in the next few episodes. But I will say the Arrow and the Flash had pretty much epic episodes the last few episodes. I'm not going to ruin it for you. No spoilers here. If you haven't watched it, you're missing. And you like Avengers and stuff like that, you're missing out. Really, really great shows, and if you get a chance to catch up on them, definitely take the opportunity to do it. They talked about, apparently, and I didn't see it only because I watched it on Hulu. They showed new kind of trailers for 2 new DC shows. One of them is going to be on CBS. It's going to be Supergirl. I am not excited for that at all. It looks, and everybody has said this, and they did a really long preview trailer. It looks like The Devil Wears Prada meets Lois and Clark. She's kind of ditzy, she's kind of insecure, but in the same boat, they show her, saying goodbye to Cal or Superman, depending on how and she's, obviously he's a baby and she's like 10 or 12. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. She's like early 20 something. Superman knows who she is, and that just doesn't quite go with kind of a candid Superman story. And I'm not the biggest Superman fan in the world anyway, but I can definitely say I probably almost guarantee I will not watch that show. And considering CBS is doing it, they don't exactly have the best track record of putting on quality programming. The other one that I'm very iffy about, and this one's going to be on WB, is Legends of Tomorrow. It's dealing with characters from both the Flash and the Arrow, some villains, some heroes, in a big team up. One of the biggest kind of weird things that doesn't make sense is, well, it does make sense but doesn't, is White Canary. And if I don't want to technically ruin the show for you, but if you know who the Black Canary is, she died, and there's definitely a scene in the preview trailer where she gets resurrected, which is very, very strange, and I don't know how that's going to play out in the Arrow series. Somewhere along the line, that whole thing would have to be reconciled, and I don't think that's going to end well. That was a bit of contention for this season, and I just can't imagine that her resurrection is going to be a welcoming thing. Also, it ruins the cliffhanger at the end of Arrow's season, where Ray Palmer, also known as Adam, which we've kind of been debating. We knew that at some point he was going to get his own show or be part of something else. It kind of gives up the cliffhanger, because he blows himself up. And so, not to give too much away, but, obviously he, even in the preview trailer, kind of explains, what happened. And I don't know how they're planning on doing that integration. That's going to be weird, but I think they really screwed up by ruining that, this early by, showing Ray. As I said, also been watching Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I've been really loving the show. It's been kind of a little off. They're trying to, set up the Inhuman story arc, and they also tied it somehow into Age of Ultron. Obviously, I've not seen Age of Ultron, so I don't know where. I'm going to have to watch that and then go back and probably rewatch those episodes. There's something weird. There was a weird jump. Like, it wasn't as cohesive as it was for the last Avengers movie, or what was it, Thor, or something like that. Whatever the last movie was that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of fell into. They did a much better job that time. as far as integrating that into the next few episodes. But I'm sure that it sounds like there's some big story arc that ties it all together, which is why it probably doesn't quite make sense the way it jumps. So in a few weeks, me and Doc will be going to go see Age of Ultron. Him and I will sit down and have that discussion because he's going to be staying with me for a few weeks. And so him and I will have time to sit down and do some videos and maybe probably when we actually get down to doing the Superman versus Batman discussion. It's been, I don't really want to talk too much in the gaming news. I had it in my notes as far as things to talk about, but I kind of feel like I'm not ready to sit and do that in my vlogs yet. I want to do probably some separate videos for that of that. So, yeah, we'll kind of leave that one alone for right now. I will say I am itching to kind of pick up and start playing Halo the Master Chief Collection. I've been watching this YouTube channel that's very heavily on Halo and the Halo lore, and I'm trying to fill in the blanks of some of the information that I don't have, because apparently the next version of Halo, Halo 5, has different tie-ins with some of the comic book lore. So I gotta go and get. I'm probably gonna have to go and get the whole entire comic book series, because there are some very big missing pieces to the story that I think is going to be important coming into the Halo 5 Guardians at the end of, that's coming out towards the end of the year. Gosh, I was going to talk a little bit more about Marvel's of Shield, or Agents of Shield, sorry, but I don't want to give too much away for anybody, so I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to be working to try to find that replacement cable that I need for that. I got a friend that, since I got the GTX 560, I got a friend I'm going to give the 462. I'm kind of the personality where I like to hand things down to people who, may or may not be able to afford some things. Doc's going to get actually the 4 gigs of RAM that was out of that machine, since it went up to 8. It's only got 2 slots. So he's going to be rocking 12 gigs of RAM in his machine. So he's going to be well on his way to being able to edit some videos. He actually picked up an S5, or an S6. So him and I are actually going to do a side-by-side comparison. That's another video I want to do, talking about, he did get the regular S6, not the S6 Edge. Him and I both feel that S6 Edge is just a gimmick, and it's just really not worth it. So, like I said, it's going to be a very, very long week for me. Besides my vlog, I probably won't get any other videos. I did have an unboxing video. I was trying to edit a little bit while I was at work on my laptop. Like I said, couldn't do that, so probably not going to have a chance to get that one edited and put up. So, don't be surprised if you don't see any videos next week. I'll have probably after next week, like I said, I'm going to try to do my vlog, but there won't be probably any other videos. After that, I'm going to try to start pushing out some more videos. I got some more experimentation that I want to do, and things like that. Kids got just a couple more weeks of school, so it's that already has. We've been going to concerts and things like that, and I actually have a video of my daughter's concert, and I want to get that video posted of her choir concert and her art show. And my son did sing at the talent show, but for both his personal request and the way things didn't work out very well, people don't know how to set up audio. Apparently, you literally couldn't hear him over the music. They didn't turn the microphone up. He could have been screaming at it, and it probably still wouldn't have been able to hear him. So, but he also requested that I don't post it online. He was very nervous, and I understand that. I'm very stage shy. I'm still learning to do this in front of a camera. but I still am very, very stage fright, and I'm trying to work myself into learning how to be more open and forward and speak to a camera. So that's part of the whole video thing for me, so that I can learn and build my skills up, and maybe one day I'll do this semi-professional. You never know. So that's it for me, I think, this week. Like I said, next week will be a little iffy. I promise the week after that I will definitely get a few videos out. So like I said, don't freak out if you don't see a vlog from me next week, but I'm gonna try to get that done. So anyway, this is me signing off. I hope everybody has a great day, has a great week. If your birthday is this week, I hope everybody has a great and happy birthday. And we'll see you next time. Have a great day.